Hey everybody, Matthew Smith here, heading into the studio, getting ready for the 4:30 portion of Daybreak. Number of things that we're going to be tracking this morning, the chief among them, the big story of the day. We now know the name of the officer that was actually placed on administrative leave. This following that big story on Sunday morning where there was a stabbing situation. Someone was stabbed, two people being attacked according to police. That's when one of their officers pulled their weapon and she actually fired and shot one of the people to stop that from escalating any further. All three people expect to recover, but we've got some details on how this unfolded and the officer that was involved, so we'll get to the bottom of that. We're also going to be talking about a crash that happened near 50th and Dodge, actually shut down a portion of Dodge overnight. The good news, if you are getting ready for your morning commute now, everything is back to normal, so we can give you some information on what happened there, injuries, etc. Then we're also going to be following a story out of Grand Island, Nebraska, and this one just because of the sheer size of this. A very large fire. It sounds like they're actually kind of done fighting from the perspective of trying to get it out immediately. It's more of what they refer to as a defensive stance, where they're trying to put this out without risking any more injuries of firefighters. So we'll tell you where that is and how it's affecting things this morning for a number of fire departments, because several cities actually working on this one. Got some good news for you as well, talking about Doug McDermott this morning. A huge game, and when I say huge, I mean 31 points. Guy only took 12 shots, so making the most of them. Made it to the free throw line a lot, and was actually following this on Twitter. Some interesting facts about it. One of them amongst them was that it took this guy more than 30 games as a freshman in college to break that 30-point marker. Did it in his second game in the NBA during the Summer League, so that is pretty cool for the former Creighton alum who is now playing for the Chicago Bulls. Rusty Lord?
So you're saying he's good?
I hear he's good. I'm not a basketball guy per se, but I hear when you put in 30, it's a big deal.
Yeah, so...
Okay, I like basketball, so it is a big
deal.
No,
yeah, I know. Me too. It's a lot of trades, a lot of all the LeBron stuff that shook out over the weekend. Everybody figuring out where they're going to be playing next year. That's pretty cool stuff.
It's a shame, actually. You know, if it weren't for all that, this might have been a little bit of a bigger deal on the national stage. Like, hey, the best guy in college just might be the best guy so far this year.
I know everybody thinks they possibly got the best guy with Andrew Wiggins, but nah, maybe not the case. You're going to be checking the calendar a lot to make sure it's July, because we're going to be in the 70s the good chunk of the week. There's a few showers out there this morning. They're spotty. I think they're out of here no later than 9 o'clock. The rest of the day is quiet, a little breezy, and 76 for the high. We're going to be stuck in the 70s all day.
You're testing me because I hate the heat. Then you're going to flip it over, and it's going to get super cold. Do you think I'll complain by the end of the week?
Man. No. I'm going to go with no. Out on a limb, but I'm going to go no.
I'm going to have to try really hard for this. I'm like the resident complainer at this station. I complain about everything.
It's true.
What's that? Make sure they hear you.
It's true.
Matt, the director, pointing out that I do complain about everything. Hey, it's almost 4:30, meaning I'm going to start complaining about things on TV. Tune in. WOWT 6 News, 4:30 until 7. You got Daybreak for 2.5 hours. Remember, Twitter, Facebook. We are everywhere, and you can interact with us throughout the morning. Hope to see you then.